Hunting for Answers is a production of the Black Effect Podcast Network and iHeartRadio. Welcome to Hunting for Answers, a true crime podcast. I'm your host, Hunter, and today we're highlighting a case that began in Gary, Indiana. On Saturday morning, July 25th, 2015, a 21-year-old woman and her 2-year-old nephew disappeared from their home. That morning, the toddler was laid down for a nap. The woman was also inside the home. Her stepmother lay down to rest as well. When she woke up around 11 a.m., both were gone. Search dogs later tracked their scent to a Golo gas station. From there, the trail went cold. No publicly reported confirmed sightings, no remains, and no answers. More than 10 years later, their family still believes someone out there knows what happened. This is the story of Diamond Bynum and King Walker. Diamond Bynum was 21 years old at the time of her disappearance. She lived with her father, Eugene Bynum Jr., and her stepmother, Suzanne, in Gary, Indiana. Diamond stood 4 feet 8 inches tall and weighed about 228 pounds. She had black hair, brown eyes, and misaligned teeth. Reports say Diamond had Prader-Willi syndrome, a rare genetic condition associated with developmental delays and a constant sense of hunger. As a result, she required close supervision and daily support. Her left leg was bowed, causing her to walk with a pronounced limp, and family said she often held one arm bent as she walked. Despite these challenges, her family described Diamond as a sweet person who wanted to help others. She was last seen wearing a white top and blue jeans. King Walker was just 2 years old when he vanished. He stood about 3 feet tall, weighed around 34 pounds, and had black hair. King lived with his mother, Ariana Walker, but spent weekends with his grandparents and his Aunt Diamond. According to the family, those weekends allowed Ariana to attend beautician classes in Chicago. The day he disappeared, King was wearing a blue t-shirt, red shorts, and white sneakers. July 25th, 2025, a Saturday morning in Gary, Indiana. The Bynum family had moved from Hammond just 5 months earlier, in February of 2025. According to the family, Diamond had been more familiar with her old neighborhood in Hammond. In Gary, everything was still new. That morning, Diamond and King were inside the home when Diamond's stepmother, Suzanne, laid down to nap around approximately 10 a.m. When Suzanne woke up around 11 a.m., both Diamond and King were gone. The family immediately began searching. They searched the neighborhood, but there was no sign of Diamond or King. Inside the home, several personal items were left behind. Family members said Diamond sometimes wandered in search of food, but with food still in the house, they couldn't understand why she would have left. Diamond also left behind medication that her family said helped her function day to day. Without it, her family worried for her safety. The family called Gary police, and the search began. In the days that followed, police received multiple tips, most of them unconfirmed. Some of those tips involved possible sightings reported early on. According to independent case summaries, search dogs may have tracked their scent toward a nearby gas station. After that, the scent trail was lost. 4 days later, on July 29th, police launched a large-scale search. Over the years, the family has called for the FBI to take over the case, saying more resources and federal involvement are needed. The family has said they felt authorities could have done more in the early days of the investigation. The search had moved block by block, checking thousands of vacant homes and lots. Over the course of the search, hundreds of volunteers stepped in. According to local reports, volunteers handed out flyers and searched the area. Diamond's father has said he doesn't believe they're in Gary anymore. In 2019, the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children released an age-progressed image of King at 6 years old. Another image was released in 2022, showing King at 9 years old. Police also confirmed that a tip had led investigators as far as to the East Coast and Florida, but no details were released. So what happened to Diamond Bynum and King Walker? More than 10 years later, their case remains unsolved. For their family, the pain of not knowing has never gone away. Relatives continue to hope for answers and struggle with the uncertainty. Today, Diamond Bynum would be 31 years old. King Walker would be 12. Anyone with information about the disappearance of Diamond or King should contact the Gary Police Department or call the anonymous tip line. You can also contact the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. Their information is listed in the description below. As we close out this episode, remember that sharing Diamond and King's story helps spread awareness about their case. Their family believes someone out there knows something that could bring them home. For updates on this case and others, follow Hunting for Answers. You can also find us on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. Thank you so much for joining us for another episode. Until next time. Hunting for Answers is a production of the Black Effect Podcast Network. For more podcasts from the Black Effect Podcast Network, visit the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen to your favorite shows.